Yo, you too, what's up? It's your boy Kari here, back again with another video. So today I got a real fun topic for y'all today. I thought I would bring it up, man, because as we all know, Colombia can be a dangerous place. You probably heard someone warn you about Colombia. If you've ever, been like, hey, I'm going to Colombia. The first thing most people do in America is start talking about the dangers and what's dangerous in Colombia. And the truth of the matter is there are dangers out here. It's not the most dangerous place in the world probably, but there are a few things that are very dangerous out here that you should be aware of. And today I'm going to talk about that. So the title of today's video is the 3 quickest ways to die in Colombia, right? So, there's a few things that you could do that are more dangerous than others, I would say, that could get you either badly injured or killed. That's just the truth of the matter. As you guys know, I live in Medellin, so I've actually heard these stories and news stories usually, because when people die, they're not there to talk about what happened necessarily. But over my 3 years here, I'm gonna just run down a few things that I kind of believe that are a sure shot to get you killed out here in Colombia. If not killed, there's a chance, right? Like, you don't want to be playing with your life, basically. So, the first one, and I'm gonna save the best for last, all right? So make sure you wait till the end of this video. But the first one, I'm gonna say and throw it out there, is doing adventurous excursions in Colombia. Whether that's whitewater rafting, whether that's doing four-wheeling like ATVs, or going paragliding, parasailing, bungee jumping, any of this type of stuff. Extreme sports can get you killed in Colombia. Now, it all depends on the company or who you're doing it with. I'll say that, because what I've noticed after 3 years here in Colombia is that a lot of the people doing excursions in the tourism industry, right? They don't have a lot of rules or regulations around what they're doing. For example, I've seen people on, tourist boats, like boats that are going around in San Andres or Santa Marta with no life vest on. In America, I'm pretty sure that the company that was doing that would get fined, or there's somebody there to say, hey, you have to, it's mandated that everyone on your boat has to wear, a life vest or something like that. And it's the same for things like ATVing. And I experienced this in Costa Rica too, because I almost died on the ATV in Costa Rica. But the guy didn't really give us a safety check. He just asked if we knew what we were doing, and that was okay. But I know for a fact in the States, they're gonna run through a safety protocol and all that type of stuff. Now, some places in Colombia do a very good job of putting priority on safety, and some don't. It just depends. So if you're out there, whether you're in Cartagena, Santander is a department here in Colombia where they do a lot of extreme sports like whitewater rafting. You want to make sure that you're working with a reputable company when you're booking these excursions, bro, because if they're cutting corners on safety, that's like not something you want to be doing, especially in a foreign country, and especially in Colombia, where you could be out in the country. It could take 4 or 5 hours to get to a hospital because there's a roadblock, or there's an accident or something on one of these small roads. So you don't want to be playing those types of games. In the States, I've seen them airlift people to the hospital. I haven't really ever seen people getting airlifted to the hospital. Actually, if they do that here in Medellin, do they airlift people to the hospital? Let me know in the comments, because I've never seen that. Okay, so that's the first thing, right? Watch what you're doing when you're doing these excursions, when you're doing these extreme sports. Even like when you go to San Andres, this is kind of just this is in general, because is not specific to Colombia, but I remember someone got eaten by a shark or bit by a shark in San Andreas just a few months ago. You gotta be careful when you're in vacation mode, when you're doing these adventurous things, whether it's bungee jumping, just anything, man. Just be careful, make sure you're working with the best, and make sure that they put a priority on your safety. Make sure that they give you a whole spill of the safety equipment and everything that you need to know, okay? All right, so number 2. This one for sure can get you killed in Colombia. I ain't even gonna play with you. You probably heard this, but fighting back when you're getting robbed, that will get you killed in Colombia for sure. If you are walking down the street and somebody comes up on a moped with a gun, and you start feeling froggy and want to fight them back or whatever, or even if you just start hesitating or doing anything weird, they will shoot you out here. It's not a game. They don't really care if they're the people that are doing that robbing and stuff. They are prepared mentally to have to kill somebody. You know, and back in the day, like back home in the U.S., I know, like, if you in that life, if you in that gang life or whatever, these people are prepared. If you're gonna go rob somebody, you gotta be ready to shoot that gun. Like, you don't put a gun up if you're not ready to use it. That's what I've always been told my whole life. So it's the same. If somebody's robbing you with a gun, don't think that they won't use it on you. Just because they didn't come up and shoot you to begin with, they trying to get what they want quickly and as quietly as possible. But it's not a problem for them to pull the trigger. So just be aware of that, guys. I know most people are good about that. I personally never got robbed here in Colombia, thank God. I take a lot of precautions to make sure that my safety is a priority out here. I've always thought like that, and it's not just Colombia, it's anywhere in the world that I'm at. But if you don't know, they will shoot you out here. If you think for a second that they won't, they will shoot you out here. You know, the price of life in Colombia can be cheap at times, you know, depending on the situation, because people out here get killed for nothing. You know, and then a little bit of money to these people could be a lot of money. If you from a really bad part and you really are poverty stricken, $15, $100, $200, $1,000, that could seem like $1 million to you. You know what I mean? If you gotta think, a lot of these people out here ain't never touched, let's say, $1,000 in their life. $10,000, definitely not. There's a lot of people in the States that ain't touched $10,000. But you get the point, man. Be careful if you getting robbed. First of all, try not to get robbed. Try to keep your head on the swivel. I don't recommend walking around on dark streets in Medellin. That's where I live. But I know most people get robbed when it's dark at night and the street is quiet and they on their phone. So if I'm walking at night, I'm never on my phone. And I'm walking on a busy road. You know what I mean? Like Las Vegas Avenue or Avenida Poblado. Don't be on a cut street, you know what I mean, on your phone and stuff, because this is just the perfect opportunity. And like I said, if you fight back, they will shoot you. So don't fight back. Just give it up. Just give it up, bro. Yeah. So let's get into the number 3, the most, in my opinion, the easiest, fastest way to get killed in Colombia. And I think it's the most popular, it seems to happen the most, is getting drugged by a female. Yes, guys, yes. I had to say it. Getting drugged by a female. How many times have you heard this story? A guy shows up to meet a girl that he met on Tinder. Maybe he's been talking to her for a week. Maybe he's been talking to her for a year, right? Doesn't matter. It could be Tinder, it could be Facebook, it could be TikTok, it could be Instagram. It doesn't matter. If you are not from here, you don't speak Spanish, and you're going on dates with these girls that you have no connection with, And you meet them in a way such as Tinder or Facebook where they could quickly erase their whole footprint, right? If something goes wrong, then you are liable to get drugged, right? By one of these females. So I don't know why I hear this story so much, or I don't know why people rely on online dating so much in Colombia. Personally, I deleted Tinder off my phone years ago, and I don't like meeting girls in that way. What I find is like, if you're on Tinder, there's a reason why you're on Tinder. You hardly gonna find super baddies on Tinder. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Why would a super baddie be on Tinder? She got dudes that come up to her every day. She got dudes in the DM every day. So, you know, it's like, it just doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, if you were playing in that game, you're inviting girls over that you don't know, that you have no connection with, that you can't even verify who they are really, chances are you will get robbed out here in Colombia. I don't, you know, it's such a big thing. I don't understand why guys haven't caught on yet, but it seems like every week to every 2 weeks, at least once a month, there is a story in the news of somebody getting robbed. And half the time they do die. It was at least 2-3 dudes in Medellin this year that died from poisoning. And it's always like a big mystery, right? Like, these things don't really get investigated that much because Colombia, you gotta understand, they are limited on resources, right? They have to take care of their priorities, which there are a lot of pressing issues already in this country. So if you come out of nowhere and do something foolish, it's like just another thing to deal with. But they gotta put that down on the list because they got other problems that's bigger problems out here. So guys, even girls, I don't know if this happened to girls. Tell me if y'all ever heard that same, you know, Scolopine story about a girl, because I've never heard it. But especially I'm talking to the dudes out there, man. Don't do it. Don't meet these girls on Tinder and meet up with them, especially if you don't speak Spanish. You know, that's just, it's just a recipe for disaster. Recipe for disaster, man. Luckily for me, like when I used to come to Colombia the first few times, I would meet working girls because I didn't know no better, right? I didn't know they were even working girls, but I would be like in the club and I thought these girls really liked me. That was way back in the day, but once I figured that out, I was like, you know, I want to actually meet cool women, right? And that was always my goal, to meet real, normal women. Like, I never liked the vibe of a working girl or a girl that's like, I don't know, it's like you could tell, like, if you don't even speak their language and these girls are all interested in coming and meeting you and stuff, that should be a red flag. Because why would she want to meet with some dude that she can't even have a conversation with? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, so, you know, I would think that she's up to something, right? But you guys got to get used to meeting these women naturally. Going to the mall, talking to women. It all starts with Spanish. If you can't talk, then, you know, it's going to be tough. But I got a bonus one for y'all today. And it's kind of like number 2, but it's a little bit different. So fighting with the police. Yeah, if y'all think that they only kill people in the States, the cops kill people out here. Like, if you fight back even a little bit, they will not hesitate to pull out the strap and let it blow. You feel me? I seen a dude fighting with the police in Bogota one time, and they beat the shit out this dude. Like, and he was 1 versus 4, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't have a chance. He was drunk though. Like, he was drunk. He was just like, you know, when sometimes dudes be drunk and they just get a little bit too angry and agitated and they tee off on the wrong person. Basically, this dude did that, but it was the police, so they let him have it, bro. So like, be careful, man. If the police is joshing you, man, just take it easy. Think about paying the bribe, or you know, I don't recommend that. That's not a good thing to do, but like, you know, to each his own. But definitely the last thing you should do is fight with them, because, you know, they're fully equipped to end a nigga's life. So It's your boy Kari HQ, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow your boy on Instagram at Kari.HQ. And I'm gonna get out of here, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If y'all got any thoughts or clarifications y'all want to make, let me know. All right, I'm out.